Meet Lenny Kravitz, not just a rock icon, but a real-life superhero at 61. With a physique that turns heads and energy that puts 20-year-olds to shame, Lenny is redefining what aging looks like. But how does he do it? What's his secret? You might think it's all genetics or some crazy Hollywood magic, but trust me, it's not what you think. You'll be shocked at what you learn today, because the exact blueprint to his insane, vibrant youthfulness is completely accessible to you right now, no matter your current age or physical condition. We are going to dive incredibly deep into the daily habits, the premium fuel, and the absolute non-negotiables that keep him looking and feeling like an absolute powerhouse, while the rest of the world sadly accepts physical decline as a normal part of getting older. Aging is a blessing, but the crushing fatigue, the boring routines, and the severe physical damage that usually come with it, that is entirely optional. If you are tired of waking up with painful stiffness, dealing with chaotic energy levels, or feeling like your physical prime is permanently stuck in the rearview mirror, this video is exactly what you desperately need to hear. We are going to completely unpack Lenny's exact routine, starting from the moment he wakes up to the time he goes to sleep, revealing the anti-inflammatory secrets, the metabolic health boosters, and the cellular-level rebuilding strategies he uses every single day to stay in peak condition. Let us start with his daily diet breakdown, which is the absolute unshakable foundation of his vibrant lifestyle. Lenny is famous for his raw, plant-based approach, especially when he is spending time in his tropical sanctuaries like the Bahamas, where he grows his own food and lives intimately off the land. His breakfast is never a heavy, lethargic meal that weighs him down and spikes his blood sugar. Instead, it is a massive explosion of phytonutrients and antioxidants designed to perfectly fuel his body at the cellular level. He typically starts his morning with a massive, nutrient-dense green juice packed with freshly picked kale, celery, cucumber, and a heavy dose of ginger and lemon to ignite his digestive fire. This is not just about basic hydration. It's about flushing the entire system, significantly reducing oxidative damage, and gently waking up the digestive tract without forcing it to do heavy, exhausting lifting early in the day. After consuming this liquid gold, he might move on to a massive bowl of exotic fresh fruits, things like soursop, mango, and papaya, all grown right on his own property. These incredibly fresh fruits are heavily loaded with natural, clean energy, giving him the quick, healthy carbohydrates he desperately needs to fuel his intense morning activities without the devastating sudden crash that comes from processed artificial sugars. Moving into lunch, Lenny keeps the raw, living foods theme going incredibly strong. He heavily favors massive, nutrient-dense salads that are as beautifully colorful as they are functional for his aging body. We are talking about deep leafy greens, sprouted seeds, crunchy nuts, and a remarkably wide variety of raw vegetables, all tossed generously in cold-pressed olive oil and fresh citrus juice. This specific midday meal is perfectly designed to provide sustained burning energy, incredibly healthy fats, and totally uninterrupted digestion, so he never feels sluggish or tired in the late afternoon. Dinner is much of the same, very often consisting of more raw vegetables, perhaps some lightly steamed greens if he feels his body really needs the comforting warmth, and plenty of clean, plant-based proteins like hemp seeds and fresh avocados to help with crucial overnight muscle repair. The sheer beauty of this specific disciplined diet is its overall simplicity and its profound, undeniable ability to keep systemic inflammation at absolute zero. But it's not just about what Lenny eats. It's equally, if not more, about what he absolutely refuses to ever put into his body. There are 3 specific things he completely avoids to maintain this insane level of physical perfection. First, refined sugar. He deeply knows that artificial sugar is the ultimate enemy of longevity, causing severe, irreversible damage to your collagen, massively spiking insulin levels, and leading to inevitable crushing fatigue and stubborn unwanted weight gain. Second, processed meats. You will never ever see him eating packaged, sodium-heavy meats that severely disrupt metabolic health, completely clog the digestive system, and strongly promote long-term cellular disease. Third, heavy dairy. For Lenny, dairy is a massive inflammatory trigger that creates excessive, unwanted mucus in the body,
and severely slows down his vital physical recovery, so he leaves it out of his daily diet completely. Now, looking at his extreme, unwavering daily discipline, it is very easy to feel completely overwhelmed, especially if you're a guy over 50 and dealing with years of built-up joint pain, daily stiffness, and a diet that hasn't exactly been raw vegan or perfectly clean for the past few decades. That's exactly why I want to talk to you right now about a realistic, actionable solution that actually fits your everyday reality. If you are struggling to find a solid starting point and want a realistic way to get back into shape without adopting an extreme celebrity lifestyle or spending countless hours in a gym, you need a highly structured plan. Click the link in the description to grab your copy today and take the first real step toward rebuilding your strength and energy. This exclusive digital fitness program is specifically designed for older guys who desperately need to strip away the useless fluff, completely avoid the modern fitness gimmicks, and focus entirely on serious functional movement that actually works for aging joints. It's currently helping thousands of men effortlessly regain their competitive edge, and it can do the exact same thing for you right now. Once your daily nutrition and your physical foundation are firmly set, you have to look closely at the action and training side of things. Lenny Kravitz's weekly workout routine is the stuff of absolute legend, but it's surprisingly old school and wonderfully stripped down. He absolutely doesn't rely on chaotic, high-tech modern machines that isolate muscles unnaturally and cause joint strain. Instead, he fully embraces the contrast principle of utilizing basic, heavy weights and natural body weight movements that build true, lasting functional strength. His week always insists on fasted cardio. First thing in the morning, before he consumes anything other than pure water or his freshly pressed green juice, he's out doing intense fasted cardio to deeply tap into stubborn fat stores and significantly elevate his overall metabolic health. He highly prefers to do this outside, running barefoot on the sandy beach or cycling rapidly through the lush island trails, soaking up the vital sun and connecting intimately with nature. This outdoor living is a huge, absolute non-negotiable part of his life philosophy. He firmly believes that breathing fresh, clean air and sweating profusely in the natural environment is infinitely better than being trapped inside a stuffy, fluorescent-lit commercial gym. When it comes to resistance training, he relies heavily on a straightforward, old-school bodybuilding approach that has clearly stood the test of time. We are talking about classic pull-ups, strict push-ups, heavy dumbbell presses, and deep, powerful squats. He trains with immense focused intensity, focusing on continually leveling up his muscular endurance and meticulously rebuilding precious muscle tissue that naturally wants to degrade and waste away as we get older. He works out 5 to 6 days a week, proving time and time again that relentless consistency is the ultimate secret weapon for completely defying age. He deeply listens to his body, intelligently pulling back when he needs to focus on actively recovering, but never ever making weak excuses to skip the necessary daily work. This powerful synergistic combination of daily fasted cardio, old-school basic weights, and constant outdoor living creates a physique that is incredibly lean, highly muscular, and fully functional well into his 60s. But a high-performance engine exactly like his requires very specific, premium fuel to keep running seamlessly like this, which brings us perfectly to the magic elixirs, the 3 specific foods he eats purely for their unmatched, scientifically proven longevity benefits. Food number 1 is raw sea moss. Lenny is a massive, outspoken advocate for this incredible ocean superfood, which naturally contains an astonishing 92 of the 102 essential minerals our human bodies need to survive and truly thrive. It's a powerful, totally natural anti-inflammatory agent that brilliantly supports long-term joint health, optimal thyroid function, and an absolute ironclad immune defense system. Food number 2 is fresh soursop. This unique, exotic tropical fruit is not just incredibly delicious, it's an absolute powerhouse of rare antioxidants and has been extensively studied by scientists for its incredible disease-fighting, cellular-level protective properties. It actively helps fight off dangerous free radicals and keeps his skin looking incredibly youthful, vibrant, and glowing despite his age. Food number 3 is raw coconut. utilizing specifically both the intensely hydrating water and the nutrient-dense filling meat. Coconut provides essential natural electrolytes for deep, profound cellular hydration and medium-chain triglycerides that actively fuel his brain and his physical body with clean, instant burning energy. These three specific foods are his ultimate secret weapons for staying vibrant and remarkably youthful. But let's be completely real for a second. You might not have a private, luxurious tropical island where you can simply walk outside and harvest fresh sea moss and ripe soursop every single morning. As we age, our male bodies naturally produce significantly less of the vital, life-giving hormones that keep us feeling naturally energetic, highly confident, and physically strong. That's exactly where targeted, highly intelligent support comes into play. Click the link in the description to learn more and start rebuilding your prime